Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. We got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Washington State Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Let's see what he can do with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Louisville Cardinals offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes Lincoln Keenholz. Last time out, a solid day and a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? He was so special a year ago. And, David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning, and he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong, got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started this season.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Might as well run him again. Stopped right there. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the left. Running free. All the way. Touchdown, Cardinals!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point was good. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Kirby Voorhees, he's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game when the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play. It still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Brown running left. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Tough run here. It's Brown. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here's Brown. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Keeps it on the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Going with the counter play here. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Drops back. It's Lowry. They'll run the screen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Voorhees. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Turning it on. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Going to the run, it's Voorhees. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Cougars will hustle to the line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays.
The extra point is blocked. So an 82-yard drive there. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Already with 2 touchdowns on the board. Now they're back at it up 14-6. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Selling the fake. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Boy, they've been jumped all over, and they really need to put together a scoring drive here, down 21-6. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Gonna try to get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Hits inside. It's Voorhees. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Voorhees. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On third down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side, putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Finds his target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it. It's Voorhees. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Washington State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Pulls it, fired complete. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Trying to get started. Gets away from one. He's got space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running inside. It's Voorhees. He's past the sticks. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Running the red zone. It's Daniels. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cougars! Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Quick give. It's Hughes. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. The Cardinals want to move quickly. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Under pressure. All by himself. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Drives inside. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here is the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Lowry. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. First play of this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. A give to Brown. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play. They kick it away on fourth down. Cradles it at the 35. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Straight ahead, it's Voorhees. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Louisville calls its second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Right side, it's Tompkins. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Baker. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Washington State going quickly. Moves the pocket. It's Lowry. Rush right in his face. Got his man to the left. Wide open space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cougars!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Wisconsin, taking on the number 21 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Badgers, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Pullman. And these two defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Making his first move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Holds on, it's Hughes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Lowry. Out wide right. It's Daniels. Open spaces. Pass to Tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wazoo!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. searching for space. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Plows his way ahead. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Unloads to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Drops back on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
2nd down to the air. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Tompkins. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Using his feet. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. And as we head for the 4th period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Just gets rid of that one.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Looking for a crease. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Going to the running game. There's some room.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. Got the 1st down. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Washington State. And the pummeling has started. That's his 3rd touchdown in the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Hughes. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Right side, it's Hughes. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Brown.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Play action on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Right back to it. Turning it on. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Delayed handoff. It's Daniels. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Moving the pocket, it's Lowry. Oh, pressure's coming. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Barges ahead. Touchdown, Washington State. And the beatdown has ensued.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And this one is good, and it's been anything but easy for him. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.